Well, good morning, welcome back. Now, today on the Goldwing, I just want to talk about a few of the suggestions that you made in the comments regarding what we're going to do with this bike, which direction we're going to go in, and what kind of customized bike is going to end up at the end of the project. Now, as those who make regular content will know, there's a little bit of a delay between making a video and posting it online and then the comments coming in. So there has been a little bit of a gap, and a couple of videos have fallen in between, stripping this bike to the point where it is now. And that works absolutely perfectly, because only right now, with all the bodywork stripped off, we can actually see what is the right thing to do with this bike, how it lends itself best. And your suggestions really made it easy to make a choice. So to keep it interesting, we made a short list, top 5 suggestions of what you said you would do to a bike like this on a budget with a sweet engine but a derelict everything else. Here they are, from 5 to 1. In 5th place, a trike. Now that's logically obvious, isn't it? This thing is a long barge of a bike. It lends itself perfectly to be a long, low-slung trike. Now I think Honda did make a Goldwing trike, or it was a Lehman conversion or something, I don't know. But yes, they're already on the road, so you can buy them. But yeah, I get it. Definitely a trike. They are very cool. And of course, there's the necessity issue. Disabled riders, riders who can't handle a big heavy bike anymore, a trike is a perfect solution. But for me, it's not really a choice I have, I'm afraid, because I have a fundamental problem here with the building. Just take a look at my doorway. It's a door and a half, not a proper double door. And effectively that gives me 40 inches in width to get a vehicle in and out. And this bike, with the mirrors on, they both touch the doors coming in and out. The engine block alone is 30 inches wide. So can you imagine if I put an axle on the back, it'd need to be about 60 inches wide at least to be safe in a triangular styly. So there's no way I have the width of doorway to get a trike out. And okay, so we bang the doorway out a bit wider. I can't, because one side of the door there's a water supply and the other side of the door there's a gas supply, and it would be moving one or the other, and it will cost me a fortune to remodel somebody else's building that I rent, all to make a trike, which I'm not really that keen on personally anyway. So sadly a trike is off the table, but thank you for those wonderful suggestions. Now in 4th place, which is odd, was a full restoration. Now, I don't think everybody listened to everything I said, such is the cost of skipping videos. I did make it abundantly clear in that first video, we can't afford to do a restoration. Restoration costs an absolute fortune. It truly does. This would have to be stripped to its bare frame, the frame blasted and repowder coated, and every other chassis component with it. It would need new suspension and everything else that it would need requiring genuine Honda parts. So think of the cost of those, things like the exhaust system and that. So to restore this would probably cost, I'd guesstimate without labour, around the sort of £6,000 to £8,000 mark to restore this to an absolutely pristine motorcycle. Think of the paintwork. How much bodywork is there? Acres of it. So that at the end would make a bike worth about 2.5, 3 grand to sell, cost you 8 grand. I tried to make that point in the first video. So full restoration, it simply isn't economically viable. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate you might want to see one all fully restored, but look them up in pristine condition for sale. 1,500 Aspen Cades. They're not expensive in the first place. So that would be a complete waste of time and money, and I want to do something more adventurous than that. Now in 3rd place, and this warmed my cynical old heart, Rat and Survival Bike. Quite a few of you said, just rat it, mate. It's absolutely perfect for it. Well, it absolutely is. This is a perfect candidate for a rat bike, but I have done it before. Obviously, if you follow the channel, you know I had an all matte black full dress Aspencade in the past. Fantastic bike. Anywhere I parked it, it got far more attention than shiny bikes, but then rat bikes always do. But having done it before, I didn't just want to do it again. I do love the rat and survival thing. I love the wasteland thing, as it's kind of come to be known. And yes, that could be a direction, but not in its current standard physical shape and stance. I want it different if it's going to be ratty and survival-y, but not necessarily a rat and survival bike. And of course, a rat and a survival bike are two different things. I don't want to get into that bait. A rat bike is very much different to a survival bike. They're not the same and so on. I don't want to get involved in that. It's kind of a bit political, but yes, indeed, rat and survival. Thank you for the suggestions. That might be a finished condition that it ends up in, going that way, because it's a lot cheaper to finish a custom bike that way than it is to try and finish it nice and shiny. And I guess the budget must be spent on what's physical, on the constructional stuff to make the bike a cool custom bike first. And we'll see what's left at the end of the budget, whether I have to paint it matte black or whether I can actually afford some money to start plating and polishing things. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for that one. I like that. Now, in second place, number 2 was Cafe Racer. Now, there were almost as many suggestions for that as there were for a trike. This isn't in number of suggestions order, it's in relevance. Now, yes, you could make a Cafe Racer out of this. It wouldn't be impossible. It's a massive perimeter frame, so you'd have some surgery to do to the chassis itself, but the fundamental issue is the length of it. Would be nearly 9 feet long. Take a look at a shot of me sitting on the bike with clip-on style handlebar position and sitting where you would normally sit. Look at it. I'm literally laying on the top of the bike. It's physically too long to make a Cafe Racer out of. Just ridiculous. It wouldn't be practical in traffic, and it would just be a bike that would end up for show and a bit of a waste of time. So Cafe Racer, yeah, very cool, very radical, and the opposite of the Goldwing as it is as standard, but not really feasible and not as relevant as what we think of number 1, the next one. And number 1, head and shoulders above all the others put together, was a bobber. You absolutely love that idea, and I completely agree with you. Just look at it. Standing there now, with no modifications at all yet, it already looks like a bobber waiting to happen. But that given, I'm not going to build it to order. If I don't stick to the bobber traditional styling and I allow creativity to flow and go in a slightly different direction, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Don't flame me when I do something that isn't pure bobber. If I make something that's a chopper style or something that's got a bit of a Street Fighter style, I just want the bike at the end to be something I like the look of. And I think that's fundamentally exactly how it should be. Your bike that you build for yourself should be how you want it. It should make you feel good. When you park it up and you walk away from it, you should want to look back at it, to admire it. If you don't, then you haven't done it right. So a bobber it will be, loosely designed. If it flows in a slightly different direction and a different genre comes in 1 or 2 points of it, then that's how it will be. This is just me enjoying building a custom bike on a cheap budget for something I'm going to enjoy riding at the end of it. And whatever generic styles it includes, that's what it will include. This is just entertainment and it's free, so enjoy the journey because that's exactly what I'm going to do. So thank you so much for your suggestions on that. It definitely helps to have a focus on a project, a generic focus on style, and then when you make things for it, you know kind of what you're looking for as you go along. And of course, it's nice to know that we are conforming with popular opinion, and what we're going to be building hopefully will be popular with you. And no video on this project so far would be complete without taking something off and weighing it. It's been good fun so far, having taken the weight of a human being off this bike at this point. And something that's been bugging me since the beginning is this massive compressor system here that pumps the suspension up and down and all the related bits and pieces with it. So let's get some spanners, strip it off, get the scale and weigh today's removals. There, one compressor. .33. .79 minus 0.33, 2.46. Okay, just a little fire up after I take anything off, just to make sure it's not critical to the bike running. And as you saw, it fires up nicely, so no problem removing all of that. And the weight today removal is 2.46 kilos. That's just over 5 pounds. When you think about it, motorcycle manufacturers spend fortunes to shave 5 pounds in weight off next year's sports bikes. That might not be a lot of weight, but it's still 5 pounds in weight that's removed, and it's all cumulative because it makes a total at this point of 81.39 kilos. That's 179 pounds just over so far removed from this bike, and there is still way more to remove. Look at the size of those exhausts, look at the size of that subframe on the back. All of it's got to come off. We are going to save at least 100 kilos off this bike, hopefully, and that will make it a completely different bike to ride. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Take it easy, ride safe. We'll see you next time.